Good afternoon, people of Moreton. It's Max Hooper here, your Australian Citizens Party candidate for the election. I hope you had a fantastic Easter with your family and your friends, and I'm sure you didn't talk about politics because let's face it, no one likes it. Tomorrow, pre-poll centres open and early voting starts for this federal election. Our message at this election is that the same old BS from the major parties is not addressing the problems that we all have in the economy. The best thing you can do with your vote is to vote for genuinely independent minor parties that can expand the crossbench and hold both sides of politics to account. There's too much vested interest in politics, and the difficult decisions that need to be made to get a better country, they just don't have the guts to do it. So your voice as the people, through parties like us, is your message to the major parties that more of the same is not good enough. In the last week, we've seen both parties offer cruel jokes of housing policies. We know what we need in housing. We need more supply, and we need to address the ridiculous tax incentives that put investors in front of first home buyers. Without addressing these things, these policies they're doing are the same old demand-side measures that neoliberal governments do, which all they are going to do is expand the size of mortgages that burden the young families to have larger debts to lead to larger housing prices. We have a comprehensive policy. First of all, addressing those tax incentives, the negative gearing and the capital gains tax, we'll grandfather that in, but we'll wind that back. And we'll put first home buyers on a more even footing. We can't afford to keep this going. If this goes for another election, we're going to have an absolute housing catastrophe. We've already got a disaster, and we need to see those young families into safe and secure housing, start their lives. Another thing we're looking at the moment is Trump's tariffs running a wrecking ball through the global economy. And what's the major party's solution to this? They don't have one. Our solution would be with an Australian postal bank backing our small businesses. We've got a wave of small business bankruptcies and foreclosures. We would get the nation's credit back behind those small businesses and boost that sector, because it's small businesses that are the lifeblood of the economy. And with housing and other industries, let's get back to traineeships, genuine traineeships, kids straight out of school, get them into these government departments, actually get government building housing and investing in innovation. You don't need thousands of pieces of paper to do a job. You can be trained on the job. And a Citizens Party would come right down to the ground level and help the people that are starting out, the young people. They're our future. We need to back them. We need to make housing affordable for them, but we also need to give them a good start without ladling themselves with hundreds of thousands of dollars of student debt just to get an entry-level position. Let's train them on the job. So at this election is your chance to send a message to the major parties that more of the same is just no longer good enough. The only way we can reform what government is to expand the crossbench. The major parties are controlled by vested interests, and they lack the courage to do what they really know in their heart needs to be done to solve these big problems. And they're not going to do it unless there's more pressure on them. And if you vote for me and you get a Citizens Party candidate, you've got a genuinely independent candidate, not controlled by any vested interests or foreign donations or large corporations. You have someone fighting for the common good. Thank you.